morning, everyone. Hello and welcome you all today into the first demo session for guys. I have a colleague with me from the admin team. He will be supporting with you to capture all your details. Okay, he will be sharing one form that is required that you should be filling it up and share across with the admin team so that after this particular class, they will reach out back to you. Okay. So guys, today is the first demo that we are going to conduct, and this particular tool that we are going to learn as a Oracle Fusion Technical. Okay. Oracle is a company and Fusion is one of the product by the company. This is a cloud-based tool. Okay. And in this, there has been multiple aspects to learn about the tools, techniques, technology, and we will be majorly focusing upon the technical concepts about this particular tool. Okay. So guys, this training that we are starting today, okay, this will be approximately 2 months training. We will be taking up this particular training on a daily basis for the morning session 7 to 8 a.m. Further, guys, talking about myself, I will be your trainer for this particular training. I am a Oracle certified implementation specialist having more than 18 years of experience working into various geographies, various different big international clients and working and executing different sort of projects. Okay, that project includes the end-to-end implementation, enhancement projects, support projects, migration project, data migration projects, and currently I'm working as an architect with one of the major international companies. Okay, so I will be your trainer and guide throughout this particular training for your journey now onwards for next 2 months, where I will be engaging you all with the learning of the real-time scenarios and the real-time sort of scenarios, as well as the techniques that we are using to be a fusion technical consultant. Okay, guys, as per part of this particular training today we have the agenda. Okay, and we will be keep ourselves stick to this particular agenda. We will be initially talking about what this particular tool called ERP. Okay, what do we understand through ERP, that we will be going to understand. Just a second, guys. Okay, so guys, we will be understanding what is the ERP tool. Okay, what this particular application, what are the different ERP tools available into the market, what is Fusion application, and how the progression of the Fusion tool has happened into the market, how the Fusion has came into the picture, what are the different applications about the Fusion application, different sort of companies that has been involved into that as a consultant. Once we are learning this particular tool, okay, once we got trained professional about this particular techniques or the trainings, which are the companies that could be target, okay, to get the appropriate jobs and get placed into those particular organization. So guys, we will be discussing that, okay, in Fusion, what are the different tools with different modules available, what are the different career opportunities that we have into Oracle Fusion as a technical consultant. Okay, we will be discussing what we are offering as part of this particular training, what is a detailed course content that we are going to cover, what are the things that which we are not covering into this particular training and has been excluded. Okay, we will be sharing across that, okay, as part of this particular training, what are the offerings that we will be sharing with you, what are the knowledge repositories, like in terms of server access, in terms of knowledge documents, in terms of PPTs, in terms of assignments, in terms of sample resumes. Okay, these all are called the knowledge repository, that as part of the training, okay, every participant who has been enrolled with us, they will be getting all these particular things. Okay, guys, before we start this particular training, there are certain guidelines, or you can say certain questions or queries you must be having, that, okay, whether this sort of course you should need to enroll, whether this course is suitable for you or not suitable for you. So guys, this particular training is called a Fusion technical training. Okay, The technicalities being involved, that okay, you does not need to be have any IT experience, you does not need to have any IT background, or you does not need to have a any specialized degree or any sort of education background into IT or software industry. Okay, this particular training stands good for anybody who's a fresh graduates who are having 1 to 3 years of experience, those who are looking for a job change, who are looking for a promotion, who are good, who are already into an Oracle domain, okay, and somebody who want to switch or pursue their careers from a non-IT background to an IT background, and somebody who's willing to have pursue a career where they could go into a consulting world where they could easily grab a job opportunities of 20 to 30 lakhs within a career span of 2 years to 3 years with certain bigger names of the organization perspective. Okay, guys, this particular training does not require any specialized degree or background. Okay, so if you thought that okay, you have been having a break in your careers, you have been old graduate, if you are a freshly graduate, you have been working into some different domain or different sort of work profile, then also this particular training suits you well, guys. Okay. Further, guys, before we start with the actual training and understanding of the concepts, okay, what I would like to discuss is further, as we discussed that, okay, this particular training is mostly on weekdays, okay, 7 to 8 is that what we have planned. It is almost 2 months of the training, okay, and guys, as I said that, okay, before you choose to enroll with ourselves, okay, there might be multiple institutes or multiple training institutes that are offering the training, but it is very important that you will choose a right sort of platform where you should be trained and get enrolled. Okay, there are certain few highlights that I would like to put it across, that why Fusion or an ERP, like why you are not going with the Java training or a Python training or machine learning training. Guys, there has been few key highlighters that okay, it is having a very large market space. Okay, it gives you an open travel opportunity to across the globe, because this particular tool, Oracle Fusion, is a globally recognized tool and it is very much high in demand. Guys, this offers you to work as a consultant. Okay, this is not just making you as a developer but a consultant where your values, your thoughts and your voice will be recognized and been appreciated by the customers. Okay, guys, this particular tool has a very visible impact on your deliverables. Like being as a consultant, you will be delivering the solutions, interacting with the customer, understanding and checking the problem statement, and come to a conclusion by providing the solutions. So whatever the solutions that you are providing, whatever the deliverables you are making, that will be direct having a direct impact on the business. Okay, so there will be high chances of getting a rewarded or being recognized by providing different sort of solutions at the right point of time. Okay, guys, in addition to that, this learning growth and tool, new tools and techniques, it this particular tool does not offers that okay, you are learning one thing, but it is a self evaluating tool. Lot of new tools, new techniques are coming up. Oracle being a product in market, Oracle comes up with new releases, okay, new upgrades. Every quarter a free upgrade has been provided by Oracle. So every time a new upgrade comes, maybe certain features which are not in use has been depreciated, certain new advancements, certain new features has come up. Okay, and that's how new techniques, new tools or new concepts within the existing tools comes up, that you should need to keep elaborating and keep learning and revising to be onto the top of the industry, to providing best sort of solutions for your end customers. Okay, guys, in addition to that, there could be a chance that okay, this particular tool, the Oracle Fusion, is the tool which is a very costly tool. It is not something that any organization will be using. This only bigger organizations. Okay, so you will be always getting a chance to work with the uh, bigger conglomerates or something like very big large scale organizations, and this particular tool is a global tool that will fit into all sort of industries, whether it's a hospitality industry, whether it's a research institute, whether it's a cargo industry, it's an aviation industry, educational industry. So you will be getting an opportunity to work with any sort of largest organization in the world. Majorly all the major organizations are using Oracle Fusion as their major tool. Okay. And guys, that is something that talks about that as a student, as somebody who's willing to invest their time, effort, and money to learn new things, that why you should be using and picking up Oracle Fusion as a tool. Okay. Similarly, guys, as there might be multiple service provider who may be providing a training into this particular thing, but why you will choose us? Okay. The reason behind that, guys, we have a large reviewers. Okay, you can go and check for a Google reviews, you can check on our website. Okay, there has been large review base, almost 5+ rating is there for our review base. Okay, we have almost trained more than 20,000 of students. Okay, we are providing job assistance. We have been collaborated with multiple multinational companies who are directly reaching back to us for a trained professionals. Okay, we have a direct clientage and the connections with the various recruiters and talent execution partners to share across your profiles with them. Okay. And guys, we are providing you the best trainers, high class trainers which are having a real time experiences. Okay, the concepts has been explained with the real time examples. We will be helping you to build your network. Okay, in addition to that, guys, like we will be working and providing all the things with the latest trends, whatever the things which are in market, what are the things that are more prioritized. We, and in addition to that, guys, this particular training that we have planned, this is a complete fusion technical training. Okay, complete fusion technical means that whatever as particular by the point of time, whatever the tools, technique, concepts, scenarios which are available. Okay, to count yourself as a fusion technical consultant, we are covering everything. Okay, so these are the basic thing, guys. Based on that, what we would like you to start this particular learning journey with ourselves and decide and get yourself enrolled into this particular training program. Okay, guys, as a trainer, as I have already discussed, that I have worked into multiple sort of projects. Currently, I'm working as an Oracle ERP consultant, as an Oracle architect. Okay, I have been an ex-employee with TCS, Oracle GE, and I have been engaged into multiple implementation projects, and we will be using all those my experiences in explaining and utilizing and covering these particular trainings concepts through that particular experience that I hold. Okay, and guys, as we were discussing that, okay, while you are being getting enrolled with us, these are the basic offerings that we are offering, that you will be getting a live training. Okay, you will be getting a live access for the recorded videos, training documents, content, PDF, and useful documents, assignments. Everything has been provided from the first day of the training enrollment, and that will be a lifetime access. Guys, you will be provided with the Fusion instance access, that is not a refreshable instance, that once you get this particular access, you get your credentials, you hold that credentials for next 5 months minimum. Okay, that means that once you practice something, you make something or configure something, you build some component, they will remain into your instances. And guys, we will be providing you a job assistance, sample resume, career counseling, mock interviews are getting conducted in our Hyderabad center. Okay, guys, if you get yourself trained, we will be providing you the internship opportunities, we will be providing you the freelancing opportunities as well. Okay, in addition to that, guys, if you get yourself enrolled on 2 days after the session, there is a early bird offer also, where you will be getting an access for 7 month access plus 2000 discount is also being offered. Okay, guys, from the first day of the enrollment, everyone will be getting their instance accesses as well as their particular user accesses. Okay, talking about, guys, like mainly I can categorize all the participants into to somebody who's a fresher. Those freshers could be IT or non-IT background. Okay. So, and the other categories is somebody who's an experienced professional having 2 years to 10 years to 15 years of experience. They might be into an IT or non-IT background. Okay. If they are into the IT, they might be already into Oracle related technologies or something other than Oracle related technologies. Okay. So guys, this particular tool has been designed, this particular training has been designed itself in such a way that once you complete all the training, all the assignments that we are providing, you can easily claim yourself that, okay, you are a trained fusion technical or you're an experienced fusion technical consultant with having 2 to 3 years of experience. Okay. Guys, whatever the experience that you're holding, that is not going to be wasted. We will be guiding you that how your experience can be correlated, how you will be articulating your existing experience with the core concepts of fusion or Oracle as a core technology, and you will be counting your previous experience and building your strong profile to sell yourself as a fusion technical consultant. Okay. Guys, no prerequisites are required for this particular training. Okay. If you don't have any technical background, no technical knowledge, no programming knowledge, you don't know what is Oracle, what is ERP, okay, you are a complete fresher or just pass out. Guys, that is fine. We are covering everything from the basic, and that's the reason we are saying foundation layer is also being provided. Okay. Talking about this particular tool, guys, we does not require any particular software. Okay, guys, still we have been providing a key essential softwares. Majorly we are providing you the fusion application and OIC access we are providing. You must be already familiar and using Microsoft Word and Excel. You must be having any sort of client browser. Guys, these are the additional tools that will be helping you for learning and utilizing and testing the concepts. That all are freeware techniques. We are keeping the URL for them and you can easily download these tools. Okay. Each of these tools has their own particular uses and purpose that we will be explaining as part of this particular training. Fine. Guys, talking about this particular, you can see course. Okay. So guys, at a nutshell, if you could see, uh, here we will be covering, guys, initially we will be understanding what is ERP technology, what kind of companies, what are the different modules are available, what are the roles as a technical consultant that we have been involved, what are the different type of projects that as a consultant we have been working upon, and guys, what are the two major things or three major things as a fusion technical consultant that we are working into. We are majorly contributing and working into data extraction engineer, where we will be working into extract the bulk data from the fusion environment and make that data available to the third party application. Guys, why we are extracting the data, what is the purpose, what are the different tools available, and what are the third party applications, all those things we will be working and discussing. Guys, major chunk of the work life of a technical consultant is to work and focus into data extraction tools and techniques. These are the data extraction tools that we are learning. Guys, the major portion that a technical consultant should need to work and focus upon, I have already highlighted as a green. Guys, the other portion is data loading techniques, that once there is a data, bulk data is available into your software, you have to further get some data from legacy applications, and we will be loading that data into fusion application. So for that, guys, also there has been different sort of tools available. Some are global tools that can help us to load different sort of data. All those things we will be discussing and learning. Okay. Apart from that, guys, there has been certain small sort of tools or utilities or different concepts, like to personalize the things, to learn the security of the application, to learn the approval management of the software. All those things also being included as part of this particular training, guys. Okay. And guys, what make this particular training the course content has been designed in such a way that make it more unique and more useful to you guys. That is the third feather into the wing as a Fusion Technical is the Oracle Integration Cloud. Guys, we will be providing you a complete hands-on training onto the cloud integration platform, that is integration cloud services, where we will be building the integrations using a tool called Oracle Integration Cloud, which is very high much in demand. Okay, guys, talking about the complete Fusion technical training, guys, this is the training tool we will be initially discussing as part of today's agenda. Guys, we will be discussing all these things in detail. Okay, that what is ERP tool, what are the products available, what are the roles of a consultant, what are the different sort of projects that as a consultant will be executing. Okay, what are the different involvements of a technical consultant into execution life cycle of a projects. Guys, all we will be discussing, and following that, guys, we have a very extensive list of concepts and the tools that we will be learning. We will be learning the personalization and the basic navigations of the front end. Okay, we will be learning about the security, how the user will be created, how the roles will be assigned, how the person is authorized to log in into the application and perform different aspects, different sort of transactions into the system. We will be learning how to perform the front end transactions from the system. Guys, apart from that, there are certain tools or techniques. Okay, these tools and techniques are different sort of tools and techniques. Like BIP report is the one of the tool that is a major tool, guys. 90% of the work that as a technical consultant, every technical consultant, 90% of their involvement is that they are working into BIP tool. Okay, so guys, all the concept, all the real-time concept about BIP tool we will be covering into this particular course content. Similar to that, guys, there is another technique to extract the data to build the report, that is OTBA analysis. We are covering OTBA analysis, where we will be building the analysis from scratch. We will be understanding the core concept. We will be creating a table, prompts. We will be extracting the data. We will be scheduling the data. Okay, dashboards, different concepts, guys, we will be discussing across. Okay, guys, these two are the major tools and techniques to extract the data. Similar way, there has been tools available to bulk upload the data. Certain tools are, guys, global in nature, that will help you to support all the business components that are available to load. And while certain tools are very specific to certain sort of tools and technique is specific to certain modules only, we will be discussing and learning all these tools and techniques. Okay, so guys, this is very extensive course that we are having. We will be having a different tool that is to load the data specific to the supply chain related data or financial related transactional data. We will be using a tool and learning the tool called FBDI. Then, guys, we will be learning web services, approval management, that how the transactions are happening into the system should be followed by some sort of approvals. That suppose we are hiring an employee requires that, okay, while hiring the employees, we have to specify the salary also for the employee. And what we want is that if the hiring of employees happening and the salary of the employee is less than 50,000, it should be auto committed, it should be hired automatically. Otherwise, if the salary is greater than 50,000, it should need to be first approved by the HR manager and then followed by the head of the department. Once these two people are approving the transaction, then only the person will be hired into the system. Okay, guys, same way we will be learning different tools and techniques about the personalization of the application. What is personalization, what is customization, and what is extensions, guys? These are the three different techniques. Okay, we will be discussing all these techniques, and guys, these particular techniques itself contain multiple different tools that we will be learning. Each of those tools will be having their different purpose and different usages. Okay, guys, same way to extract the data, there is one specific tool, very high-end tool available into Fusion Technical, but this particular tool is only to extract the human capital related data, person related data only it will help you to extract. It will not help you to extract the financial transactions or supply chain transactions. This is very important tool that we will be learning to extract the things. Okay. And guys, the last and most important is that there is a specialized tool, Oracle Integration Cloud. OIC is the tool. In that OIC, guys, we are having a OIC as a platform where we will be learning a hands-on transactions, hands-on building the integrations, and all the different concepts, all the different tools, techniques available to build the integration. Those integrations are between two or more technologies, two or more different applications, to exchange the data from source application to target application. Because in bigger organization it is not only one software is being getting used, there may be different software being getting used. And just to provide ease of business, to bring more accuracy, to bring efficiency to the business transaction, guys, these different softwares has to communicate with each other, and that communication should be automated. Data should need to be extracted from one application and made available to a second application to read through and consume and process that data. So guys, for that, OIC is the best platform available and offered by Oracle, and we will be covering this particular tool also. Okay. Guys, as part of this particular training, for each of the concept, each of the tool that we are learning, we are providing you these sort of assignment. Guys, after each class we will be having a different sort of assignment prepared for you, and we will be providing these assignments also, guys, as part of this particular training. Okay. And guys, these assignments are completely hands-on assignment, and you may say that, okay, just only 5% of the training about entire training, 5% of the training is a conceptual training, or you can say theoretical training, and that 5% is overhead on top of what we have committed, almost 50 hours of complete hands-on training, where we will be building the tools, we will be building the extracts, we will be building the reports, we will be building the data loading scripts and all those sort of things. Okay. So guys, that is also one of the deliverable items that we will be providing as part of this particular training, where we will be providing all the items, all the techniques, and all the assignments along with these particular trainings. Okay. Guys, apart from this, we will be providing you the uh, good conceptual knowledge that, okay, since we are learning different sort of tools, guys, if we are talking about that, okay, as a fusion technical consultant, there are two major streams, whether we are working as a data extraction specialist or we are working as a data loading specialist. So guys, for data extraction we majorly have these four technologies available. Okay. So once we are learning all these technologies, you should not be working as a developer, you should be working as a consultant. So to be as a consultant, you should need to have a good fair amount of understanding. A comparative analysis should be there, that you should be understanding which tool has a which limitation, which tool offer which advancement, which tool have some sort of benefits offered. Okay, which tool has having certain sort of advancements, which tool is good, which tool is bad for that particular sort of solution that you are supposed to provide. So guys, we will be providing you a complete detailed analysis about different tools, so that you should be having a good understanding to pick and choose one of the technique, one of the tool for your customer, for one of the solution that they are looking for. Okay. Same way, guys, for data loading activities also, there has been four different tools available. We will be practically learning about all these tools, and once we are learning and doing the practical demonstration, doing the assignments for all these tools, you should be able to compare these tools, that, okay, which tool is good, which is bad, which is being used for one particular scenario and all. That is what we are providing different sort of analysis. Okay. Talking about, guys, the training that we have planned for, guys, we are usually providing you the training material in terms of handwritten notes. Okay, while explaining the things, I will be using and creating a notes like this. I will be explaining everything into a handwritten notes, that will be provided. These are the handwritten notes. Similar way, guys, these are the handwritten notes. We generally start our session discussing about the technique in terms of questions, that what that particular tool is all about. Like as we supposed to discuss about OIC as a tool. So we will be discussing what is OIC as a tool, why we required OIC as a platform. Okay, if we are not using OIC, or if you are not learning OIC, what are the other alternatives? Okay, if we are not using OIC, how the work is being getting done, what are the challenges that the developers or the client or customers are facing, because of which this particular tool has came, which has become instant buzzword nowadays into the Oracle market. Advantages of each of the tool, disadvantages, what are the comparative tools related to those particular tools that we are learning, the the main purpose of that particular tool, guys. So all the initial basic understanding about those tools, guys, that we will be learning as part of this particular training in the initial session. Every tool that we are learning, guys, minimum 2 to 3 sessions are required. In the first session we will be covering very basic things, guys. Okay, and to get you familiar with this particular tool, guys, we have structured our training in such a way that, okay, majorly the major chunk, major portion of the tools, we are starting with the starting of the week. So over weekend, guys, we will be providing and uploading some sort of pre-recorded videos that will be talking about very basic things about that one particular tool. Like, guys, what is the uses of that particular tool, how to access that particular tool, the credentials of those particular tools, navigations of those particular tools that we are navigating, how to run the report, okay, how to copy, how to paste, how to rename the component. Guys, these are the very basic things. Like suppose we have built one report, how to run that report, how to open that report, how to edit that particular report, how to rename the report, okay, how to cut the report, how to delete the report, how to extract the report, how to import the report. So guys, for each of the technique, okay, if you're learning the tool, definitely, like guys, if I make you understand that, okay, let's learn on to learn how to learn Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word. So first time I'm telling you the Microsoft Word, the first thing what I'm going to tell you that, okay, go to the start menu, search for the Microsoft Word, double click, and the Microsoft Word will open. Okay, then you will be type in anything and you should be putting Control S to save the file, and you will go into the corner and click onto this cross mark to close the thing. So guys, these are the very basic things. Okay, and we want to deliver the best of the quality of the training with the real-time experience and real-time knowledge that will help you guys to understand and excel yourself into your careers, claiming yourself as a fusion technical consultant, having a not only just a trained professional but a experienced fusion technical consultant. That is the reason, guys, the basic of every tool, we are planning to provide some sort of tutorials, some pre-recorded videos, and everything that we are providing there, we will be covering into live classes as well, as part of, just to give you a background about the tool that we are going to start, so that you will be having a familiarity about the terminologies we might be providing. It is not mandatory, we might be providing. Okay, so guys, apart from that, talking about this particular course further, guys, as we said that, okay, this particular course, as we discuss, okay, these are the different tools and techniques that we are working. But apart from that, guys, if we want to understand the details about this particular tools, so guys, we can classify this particular tool is, guys, in such a way that, okay, uh, there has been certain prerequisites. I believe everyone knows and everyone has this particular prerequisites understanding of English language, because we are conducting this particular training majorly into English. Having a good sound understanding of computer knowledge, internet. If you should be having a knowledge to write an email, Microsoft Word and Excel basic understanding. Okay, good internet connection, and you should be having a laptop, guys. It is not recommended that you should be taking up this particular training from your mobile phones or iPad something. Okay, guys, we will be taking up the demo Okay, and guys, these fundamentals, while these particular training requires certain fundamentals, we will be providing those fundamental understanding. We will be providing different sort of concept, guys. What is date tracking, different sort of DML operations, fusion tables, views, nomenclature, guys, where to search for different things. Because guys, we can teach you the concept, we can teach you the different sort of learning. Like take an example, if you are willing to learn Microsoft Word, we can teach you what is Microsoft Word, how to create a file, how to open a file, how to delete a file, how to append the content into the file, how to make certain things bold, how to italics, how to add an image, different things, different concepts. Using all the menus we can explain. Okay, but guys, in real time, every time that you might be encountering and working into your organization, you have to create a different sort of documents. Okay, so while learning different sort of documents, guys, you might be requiring some sort of research. You might need to add an image, but we might need to tell you how to add an image. You might be requiring to add an image into a table. You might need to add an image as an icon. That is a different real-time scenario. So guys, for that, we will be equipping you, we will be providing you the self confidence that you should be learning and exploring and researching those concepts at your own. Okay, talking about, guys, there has been certain utilities as part of this particular software. There has been small different softwares has been provided. That is a fusion tool itself is having different sort of utilities provided. We will be discussing all those utilities and hands-on using those particular utilities. Guys, some of these utilities has a you can say uh, sev you can say separate uses. Okay, once you learn those particular utility, these utilities has a separate purpose and uses, while majority of these utilities has been used into your major techniques. Like guys, major techniques that as a fusion technical consultant what we are learning, these are the major techniques that we will be working as a data extraction specialist. We will be building the reports through different techniques. We will be loading the data. We will be integrating the tools. Guys, these are the three major techniques that we will be learning and focusing. And to use these techniques, guys, in between, they might be requiring a support of different sort of utilities. So guys, we will be learning as part of learning these tools and techniques, we will be learning all these utilities as well. Okay, apart from that, guys, it is not coming as part of fusion technical, but there is a concept called security, how the security of the application has been handled. Okay, what are users, how the users has been provided with the user accesses, what are roles, what are the admin sort of functionality, how the admin will manage the different users, how the admin will give different sort of roles or access to the users, how the security of the application has been handled. All these does not contain into the pursuit of the job responsibilities of a technical consultant. Okay, guys, but as you want to claim yourself as a good fusion technical consultant, having an experienced consultant, guys, it is good to have a knowledge how to create a user, how to create a custom role, what are different sort of roles available, so that your knowledge will speak about yourself. You will be articulating, you will be discussing while participating into a discussion within your team, with your colleagues, with your customers, with your client. Okay, your knowledge will make you stand out of others. That is the reason we will be providing this particular knowledge also. Okay, apart from that, guys, there are two other streams of a fusion technical. One is approval management. Guys, there is one tool available that will help you to design custom approvals, like different sort of transactions happening into the system. Guys, transaction means suppose we are hiring an employee, we are terminating an employee, we are transferring one employee, we are promoting one employee. Okay, we are adding a salary to the employee, we are giving bonus to one particular employee, we are creating one supplier, we are adding one supplier, we are creating a receipt into our system, we are generating an invoice for the items that we have sold. So guys, for each of these transactions, the business user who's using this fusion tool from front end, opening different forms and entering the data. After entering the data, they are supposed to save the transaction. So guys, generally what has happened while saving the transaction, some transactions require some sort of approvals, some transactions are auto committed, or some transactions your business, your client says that okay, whenever I'm hiring the employee, if I'm hiring the employee for India, it has to be approved by HR manager. If I am hiring the employee for USA, it has to be approved by HR manager, then line manager, and then HOD. So guys, we are learning how to design a custom approvals, custom workflows that we will be learning. That is one of the tool that we are going to learn. Okay. Apart from that, guys, there is a tool, there is a bucket of tool. It's a bucket of 5 6 different tools are available. Those tools are guys like different tools like sandbox, UI, apprehensive structure, app, HCM design studio. Guys, different tools are available. That tools will help you to personalize and customize the application. Guys, personalize and customization is something, let me explain you so that you will get an understanding what is the training methodology, how I'm going to explain you the concept. Guys, if we talk about the concept of a personalization and customization, there are three major terminologies, guys. One is personalization, the second one is customization, and the third one is extension. So guys, understanding the concept of personalization, customization, and extension is, suppose I have given you this particular file. Okay, each one of you is having this particular file into your local machine. So guys, what you want that, okay, in your machine you open your own version of the software, you open your own file of this Excel file, and you personalize the thing. What you have personalized, that you want to make this particular thing as italic, so you can make it as a italic. This is your personalized experience, guys. In the software, in the application also, once you are accessing the application, different screens are there, you want to personalize something. Like suppose you want to open the application into Arabic language, you want to open the application into English language, you want to open and do the transaction into Japanese language. Guys, you want that, okay, the application should need to show the dates. Wherever the date field is coming, date should be coming into specific date format like DDMM YYY. Or I want that, okay, if I am accessing the application, the date should appear into YYY MMDD format. So guys, that is something personalizing the application. So guys, for that we have different tools available, that once you log in into the application as a Fusion consultant, you log in into the application, you can personalize the application. Okay, guys, second concept is customizing the application. Personalization is something, it is your local copy. Once you log in with your user, you will see that personalized behavior of the application. Once someone else log in, he should not be able to see that behavior. While guys, customization is something that others, if you customize the application in such a way that, okay, these things are available, okay, in addition to that, this fourth thing is also available, but it is not visible at the moment. You did something that, okay, let's customize and let's make also this also visible. You set the properties for this one another component, another field you make, another one field you make as hidden, or you make one field as a mandatory. Earlier only these 5 fields are mandatory, you make this field also mandatory. So guys, this is something that you're customizing the application. You are just not playing around with the look and feel of the application at a personalization level that is specific to one particular user, but you are customizing the application, that the behavior of the application has been customized. The fields are already there. You are not adding a new field or something. You are not adding a new page, but you are enabling certain properties of that particular field to make it hidden, or to make it mandatory, or to make it defaulted, or to make it, you can say, non-editable, like that. So guys, that is a concept of customizing the application. Now guys, the third thing is extension. Extension is, guys, suppose you could see I have provided you this particular Excel sheet. It has so many sheets, sub sheets. The extension means, guys, suppose you have added one more sheet, that is you are extending the application. Okay, that you are giving some sort of extensions to the application. That is a concept of extension. So guys, these are the three concepts, and there has been different tools and techniques which are available, and that we will be learning as part of this particular training. And for learning these concepts, guys, there has been different tools available. Okay, and we will be learning all those particular tools as part of this particular training program. Okay, guys, one thing I would like to mention, this is a no code, low code sort of platform. You might have heard this particular terminology. Guys, this particular training, we are talking it as a, or calling it as a fusion technical. Guys, fusion technical is not something that we are writing the code. It is something that, okay, to learn the technicalities of the tool, how to use the tool, how to provide a technical solutions to provide a quicker assistance to the functional users, to support the business with the accuracy, with the efficiency, to use different sort of tools. Guys, if I talk about that, okay, we are learning about Microsoft Excel. So we are not learning how to build Microsoft Excel, but how to use Microsoft Excel. Same way, guys, in this particular training program, we will be learning how to use different tools and techniques. Okay. Guys, there is no specific laptop configuration is required, but it is recommended that, okay, minimum 4 GB of configuration in your laptop is good enough to execute the things. Okay, guys, rest of the things, whatever the required tools that we are providing and assisting and guiding you at the time when that particular tool is required, you just need to have a good internet connection, and you should be accessing this particular training through laptops. Okay, and since this particular tool is a cloud tool, you need a internet browser client like Chrome or Microsoft Edge, and through that we will be providing you the access, username, password, as well as the URL. Through that you will be accessing the applications. Okay, and just a second, guys. So guys, talking about, as we discussed that, okay, as part of particular agenda today, we will be discussing about these things. What is ERP tool, how the ERP tool has evolved into the market, what is Oracle as a company, what are the different tools Oracle is having, what and how the Fusion will come into existence, why Fusion is so much in demand. Okay, what are the companies using Fusion? What are the companies that can offer job opportunities to a trained fusion consultant? Okay, all these things we will be discussing now onwards. Guys, talking about fusion is a Oracle product. Oracle is a company. Fusion is a product, one of the product by Oracle company, and it's a cloud based tool. Guys, cloud based tool, and you can say, like, in your laptop, either you have installed some software and then only you can use that particular software, or other than that, what has happened, the software is already into some sort of server, it is available into the cloud, and you can access that particular software through a client browser by passing the URL. That URL is something like, if you are accessing some website, same way you are accessing that particular website as a Fusion website, and in that you will be logging in with your credentials. Okay, and guys, this particular application, Oracle Fusion, is an ERP application. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Guys, ERP stands for to manage the resources. And guys, how and what sort of resources? Any organization, if you talk about any of the bigger organizations, like suppose take an example of a Tata Group. Okay, guys, Tata is a group which is into different sort of line of businesses. And if I talk about any business has to profitability run, they have to manage their operations. And guys, in terms of managing something, only three things any business should need to manage. One is manpower. Okay, any business needs a people to run that particular business, that we used to call it as a manpower. Okay, second thing is, guys, Second thing that any business required is money. That to have the money, to have a cash flow, and to receive the money, to send the money, to add the money, to debit the money, to credit the money. So guys, one of the major portion in any operation of the business is to manage a resource. That resource is a money resource. And the third thing, guys, the third manageable resource is the material. Like if you are into any sort of business, you have to manage the material. You are selling some product, you are buying some raw material. All these are, guys, what these are the materials. So guys, this particular tool, ERP tool, is the tool that will help you, that will support you to manage the resources. What sort of resources? Either a manpower, either a money, or either a material. These are the three resources that can be helped by these particular sort of softwares. Okay, guys, talking about Oracle Fusion software, Oracle Fusion is a complete ERP suite. Complete ERP suite means that it will help you once you purchase this particular suite. If you purchase the license for this particular suite, you as an organization should be able to implement the things and will be able to manage the complete resources of your company. You will be able to manage your manpower, you will be able to manage a material, you will be able to manage the money matters of your organization. Okay, so guys, ERP tool from Oracle is not the only tool. There has been n number of tools available into the market that offers the same sort of functionality or a conceptual uses to manage the resources. And all those tools, the baseline for those tools should be called as a conceptual baseline is a ERP tool. Okay, guys, as a definition, if we talk about, it's a business process management software. What the ERP tool is, guys, while to run your organization, while to run and manage your operations, you need to manage the things, and this software will help you to manage the things across your company, in financial matter, in supply chain matter, in reporting matter, in manufacturing, and in human resource management. Okay, I hope this is clear, guys. So any software, guys, it is not something that okay, ERP is the only software that okay, the organization like Tata, the organization called Toyota, the organization called Boeing Airlines or something. They are very big organizations. They are into manufacturing of bigger sort of tools. So maybe ERP is a concept which is almost 5 decade old. So guys, before decades, what was the software used? Whether the software used or not used, guys, definitely at that time also the softwares are used, but those softwares are used into isolations. Like suppose there is a software to manage the manpower. That software will help you to manage the hiring of the resources. It will help you to manage the people management. What are the people hired? What is the salary of the people? What are the people who are active present today, taking the attendance? Maybe that software is that one. But there is a software that will manage the resources called material. That okay, suppose iPhone is being prepared by the company called Apple. This particular iPhone has a series 1086 who has worked onto this particular manufacturing of this particular iPhone. So guys, this iPhone is a material. This has been managed into some different software, while the employee data has been managed into different software. And if the companies want to correlate the things and need to understand that okay, which which of the employee, which of the labor has worked to configure this particular iPhone, okay, we will not be able to drive those sort of inputs. That is the reason prior to ERP also softwares are available, different softwares are available to manage and perform different sort of activities, but those softwares are working into isolations. Okay, like guys, talking about it is not something that okay, there is no effective communication between to manage the manpower and manage the material. Guys, managing the manpower itself, suppose you need one software to hire the employee and manage the employee sort of information. There may be some separate software to mark the attendance of the employee. There may be some separate software to provide the learning to the employee. There may be separate software to manage the you can say payroll of the employee. So prior to ERP, there may be some different softwares available. Suppose the payroll has to be run for the employees. So the employee data has been maintained into one software while payroll is being run by second software. So for all the active employee who are the employee of your organization, to run their payroll into second software, you need to make that software available with this employee data. So this is redundancy of the data, this is duplicacy of the data, and this is an overhead to the organization to manage the data across different software. That is the reason, guys, what has happened. Some concept has came that okay, let's integrate the software, let's keep the base of the software, the technique and technology and the database same, so that the data can be exchanged between different sort of modules, different sort of applications, and the data which is correlated should be available. Once we create the data at one place, should be available in all the other places. Okay. So guys, there has been multiple organizations who are offering ERP softwares, and Oracle is a market leader, guys. And talking about these particular software, guys, nothing is good and nothing is bad. Nothing is right or nothing is wrong. It is up to the clients. It is up to the requirements. Some softwares might be suitable for certain requirements. Okay. And once the companies are purchasing the software, it is their particular choices, it is their requirement, it is how their understanding is, how is their utilization of the features, which feature they like most, accordingly they will choose the things. Guys, you can try to correlate, like there has been multiple brands, okay, multiple manufacturers are who are offering different sort of mobile phones. Okay, it is not something that okay, flagship mobile from Samsung is better than iPhone or iPhone is better than Samsung mobile phone. It is the individual preferences, choice, features. Okay, based on that, organizations has purchased different sort of softwares. But talking about what is the best or most utilizable tool, that is Oracle is the tool. That is the reason we should be learning the ERP as a tool. But guys, if we learn ERP, if you learn the concept of ERP in Oracle or in SAP or Salesforce, that the core concept will remain same. Okay. And guys, why the Oracle is being a complete suite? Why we are saying that okay, it is one of the best suite as a ERP technology, guys. There has been three major reasons. Okay, the first reason is built on open standards. Okay, so the platform has been built into the open source. Okay, so it is more efficient, it is more reliable, it is more equipped with the new advancements. Since it's an open source techniques, okay, there is no restrictions to use the technique. New and new contributors are adding to that particular open source techniques, and new advancements are keep coming up. Okay, second thing, guys, built on the best practices. As you know that okay, Oracle is almost 5 decade old company. Okay, it's not something that okay, they are into the ERP business just now they have started. They are into the ERP softwares for last 50 years. It is not their first tool. They have evolved over last 50 years. They have come up with multiple tools, and all of their tools are a market leader at that particular point in time. Okay, so Oracle has understood with the best of the best practices what are the different capabilities which each of these tools that belongs to Oracle has provided and taken the best of the features of these particular tools. In addition to that, guys, what Oracle did, Oracle has examined and studied the different sort of market, different sort of industries, different sort of reasons, that okay, if uh, persons has to be managed into USA, what sort of data has to be captured into US based companies, what sort of data is being required into Australia based companies, what sort of data is being required into India based companies. So accordingly they have did the thorough analysis, thorough understanding of the market, and they build a global tool, that this particular tool is available to be utilized across the globe. In addition to that, guys, Oracle has studied the competitors' products also. They understood what are the core benefits or better concepts or better features offered by SAP or different softwares which are not their softwares. Okay, although guys, it is not required by Oracle, because Oracle itself is having more than 6 to 7 ERP tools. for last 50 years, and they are already the market leader. So Oracle has already consumed all those best of the tools and took best of those particular features, okay, and build this particular tool called Oracle Fusion. Okay, in addition to that, guys, it offers that, okay, you want this tool can be provided into different sort of services. It can be your private cloud that no one can have the access. Your data and your application is completely secured, or you can put it into your public cloud that, okay, it is still secured, but okay, in that particular server your software is also running, like the software for Tata is also learning, the software for Reliance is also running, okay, but that is also secured. It can be into own premises, guys, that okay, software can be provided, and suppose Tata is having their own server, it can be installed into the Tata server as well. And it could be in a hybrid mode, guys. You purchase the software and you opted on something that, okay, I want the hybrid model. Hybrid model means that, okay, I want certain portions, certain key capabilities, I want certain transactions to be handled into my server, because these are sensitive data. I don't want to share this data onto public cloud. Certain portion I want to be hosted into private cloud, or certain portion I want to host it into the public cloud. That is the combination of hybrid structure. Okay. And guys, as I was mentioning and discussing that, okay, Oracle is known for the ERP sort of platform. Oracle has started and having multiple sorts of softwares like Oracle e-business suite, Oracle PeopleSoft, JD Edward Word, Siebel. These are the different tools, and each of these tools has evolved over period of time. It's being number of years that these particular tools has gone through different sort of advancements and upgrades. And by the last, what Oracle did that, okay, Oracle picked best of the features from all the tools and build and come up with this particular tool. Guys, if we talk about these particular tools, what you can see, PeopleSoft is the software that is very good to manage the manpower. It is good for human resource management system. JD Edward is good for procurement and financials. Hyperion is the tool that is good for data extraction technologies, building the reports, extracting the data for data analysis purpose. Guys, EBS is the tool which is a market leader into the financial modules to create the receipts, to receive the invoices, to create a general ledger entry, all these things, guys, to do the account payables, account receivables. So guys, what Oracle did, it took best of the features, best of the practices, best of the concepts, okay, make a standard technology, make a use of a standard technology, apply a simple sort of UI, okay, standardized UI, and come up with this particular tool, which is to be a complete ERP tool. Okay. Hope that is clear, guys. And guys, as we were discussing that, okay, once we undergo as a fusion technical training or something, we should be looking out for certain jobs. Either you will be a career aspirant, you may be fresher, you might be pursuing a job already and you would like to add on your two competencies you want to pursue to compete within your team, or to you looking for a job promotions. So guys, majorly as a fusion technical or fusion consultant, what are the areas that you will be working upon? Guys, there are major three type of companies that we will be getting an opportunity to get placed. One is a product based or service based provider. Guys, like Oracle itself is a company who has their tool, but they still need a trained professional. They need a experienced Oracle Fusion consultant to work upon, to build the tool, to enhance the tool, to support the customers. Okay, so guys, we can get into a product based company. Otherwise, guys, there are companies like big organization like Tata, Reliance, Adani, Emirates Group. Okay, there are the client companies. They have purchased the software from Oracle and they want to use and run their operations. They need to manage their day-to-day operation using this particular software. So guys, they need an expert consultant who knows this software, who knows this software in and out. Okay, so they may hire us. And guys, there are third party companies like service based industries like TCS, Accenture, Wipro. Okay, Deloitte, Tech Mahindra, ENY. These are the companies, these are the collaborative partner with the product-based companies. Once we purchase this particular software, Oracle itself will recommend that, okay, Tata, you are purchasing my software, very good. This will help you to run and manage your business. But to use this particular software, I recommend that you please go to Deloitte and get your software configured as per your business need, to configure this software as per your business needs so that it will help and support your business to run. So guys, these are the consulting companies. They require the consultants because they have a number of projects to configure the software for the client. So these are the three major companies that we will be hired into. Okay. And guys, talking about Oracle Fusion as a complete suite of the application, guys, Oracle Fusion is having multiple sort of product families like financial management. This particular product will help us to manage the financial transaction, human capital management, customer relationship management, supply chain, procurement, different sort of product families, and each of those product families has different sort of modules. Talking about human capital management, guys, there are a product calls HR and payroll. There is something called compensation management where managing the compensation. There is a talent management module where managing the talent, what is the performance, what is the goals that the employee is setting. We are managing the workforce life cycle management where the person has been hired, he has been promoted, he has been terminated, he has been reverse terminated, he has been retired. So for all these life cycle of an employee, there has been different softwares like learning management, Oracle time and labor management, where we are managing the time entry for the employee, managing the attendance. We are having an absence management as a module where we are managing the absence related thing, payroll management, all these things we will be having that. Okay. Guys, in Oracle HCM, if we talk about, there has been different sort of tools, or you can say different modules are available. Like to manage the workforce deployment, we are deploying the employees. Once we deploy the employees, definitely the employees who are hired, they must need to, we must need to do their absence management, their workforce management. We have to maintain their time and attendance. Workforce development, we have to train them, we have to monitor their performance, we have to set and assign their goals, we have to work on to something. Okay, if the employee is leaving or if the employee is getting promoted, who will be replacing his current role and regular responsibilities, that is something called succession management. Guys, that is the thing. There has been different modules and different sort of product families. But guys, as a fusion technical, once we learn how to extract the data, suppose we are hiring 10 employees today into the system, and what we want, that whatever the employees which has been hired today, once the employee has been hired, a list of employee has to be extracted into a meaningful way, and that list has to be shared across with the CHR of the organization, that okay, these are the 10 employees which has been hired today. By end of the day, or maybe the employees which are hired today, that list of employees has to be extracted and shared across to the CHRO tomorrow, so that he should be having a close eye to do some sort of analysis, to do some sort of business decisioning. Guys, how the decisioning is happening? Decisioning is happening based on the data, and the data decisioning cannot be happen to come to the software and look into each employee one by one. You have to extract the data, compare the data, and to extract the data you have to represent the data into more meaningful way. That is the reason, guys, we are learning this as a concept of a fusion technical consultant. Okay, and once we learn one of the technique to extract the data, whether you are hiring the employee and you need to get the list, you are creating a invoices. Suppose you sold 100 products today, and you need to extract the data of those particular items, that okay, what are the top 5 products that we have sold, so that you can share that particular list to the regional sales head. So guys, if you want to hire, if you have hired the or you can onboarded certain suppliers into procurement module, you want to list out those suppliers which are defaulters. Okay, the 5 suppliers whose payment is pending for less than 3 months, so that you should need to send it to the recovery team. So guys, once you learn the technique, different modules, different purpose, different data, okay, that you are supposed to be extracted. But to build the extraction reports, there is only one technology. If you learn those technology, you can build the report for any of the modules, any of the data. That is the reason we are targeting that, okay, this particular training is a complete fusion technical training. It does not have any bifurcation or discrimination that, okay, it is only for human capital management, it is only for supply chain, or it is only for financials. Okay, guys, talking about the end-to-end course, guys, as we discuss, okay, what is ERP application, different type of ERP application, guys. SAP is one of the ERP applications, Salesforce is there, Oracle is there. Oracle itself is having Fusion as one of the tool, but apart from that, Oracle also is having different sort of tools available, which are still available into the market. Okay, type of enterprise applications, guys, we have discussed that, okay, there will be applications which could be enterprise applications are there to manage the resources. What are the three type of resources that they can help you to support to manage? Manpower, material, and money. So guys, enterprise applications could be there that could help you to manage all these three things, or there could be something that can help you only the manpower, or manpower or financials, manpower of materials, materials of financials. So there could be different sort of capabilities that different products may be having different sort of specializations, and that is the different sort of things. It is something like, guys, suppose there is a mobile phone, you have choose that, okay, instead of like suppose there are different companies, Samsung, LG, and iPhone. As per your requirement, as per your understanding, as per your willingness, as per your suitability, and as per your uh, budget, you have choose to go with the company. You may choose for Apple. Apart from Apple, it has multiple products. Based on your requirement, you have picked one product. Maybe, guys, a- all these are mobile phones, but Apple may be offering certain features which are very good, or maybe certain features which are not offered by Oracle, or certain features which are offered by SAP. So it is, guys, based on the requirement, based on the legislative requirement, based on the sales team that has been approached to you, based on your budget, companies has opted with different sort of application. Guys, we discussed that, okay, what sort of different sort of applications, you can say product families, as well as we have different sort of modules within those particular application. Guys, talking about a kind of projects and the consulting roles, this is very important that I would like to discuss and explain you guys. Okay, so guys, if we are working into Oracle or in any of the cloud-based or our own premises ERP tool, guys, the kind of consulting role that we are into, okay, either we can become a technical consultant. We are working into technicalities, different tools. Each software might be having a different supporting softwares that we can use to do bulk data extraction and to bulk data im import or loading. Okay, so guys, the technical consultant majorly involved into these sort of activities. The technical consultant is required to extract the data, to prepare the data, to make it the data extracted into some sort of analytical format, to build the reports, to generate the letters. Like suppose 100 people has been hired into my organization today. We have to extract the data, their name, their designation, their salary, their manager details, and their work location detail, and we have to generate their appointment letter, and those appointment letter has to be issued or should be triggered to their respective emails. That is the role of a technical consultant, to build that sort of data extraction into the letter format. Guys, there is a work that a technical consultant is supposed to do, that is to bulk load the data. Suppose TCS is the company, TCS has acquired Infosys. Okay, so what TCS says that, okay, since I have acquired, I'm using Oracle Fusion. Okay, Infosys, you are also good company, you are also running your operations, which software you are using? maybe Infosys says that, okay, I'm using SAP. So TCS says that, okay, now since you are part of my company, whatever that 1,20,000 employees that you are having, going forward, we are not using SAP for those 1,20,000 employees. I want those 1,20,000 employees data to be also available into my Oracle Fusion tool that I'm using for my 7 lakh employees. So guys, what has happened? What Infosys is supposed to do? The Infosys is using SAP software. SAP software, the data has to be extracted and that data has to be loaded into Fusion, so that once the TCS will open all those like newly acquired 1,20,000 employees, their data should be also available and accessible through Fusion application. So guys, technical consultant will be required to do bulk data insertion or bulk data operation. Guys, we discussed that, okay, there is another concept that the technical consultant is supposed to do, that is to do the customization of the application, to change the look and feel of the application, to add new field, to hide the field, to make certain field mandatory. Okay, apart from that, as a technical consultant, we might be working into approval management. There are different sort of transactions are happening. Suppose the transaction is happening, like suppose there is an invoice getting created and you want, if the invoice amount is less than $10,000, it should be created instantly. But if the invoice amount is greater than $10,000, it should be approved by procurement head. That is the business requirement. So as a technical consultant, we will be working into the building these sort of approvals. Apart from that, guys, there may be integration is required. As a technical consultant, we will be working into build the integration among two or more application. Like Fusion is our primary tool which is handling and managing our employees and their payroll and their salary data, but we have partnered with HDFC Bank who's supposed to process the salary of the employees of our organization. How HDFC Bank is going to process the data? Because every month there is a file getting generated from Fusion application and send it across to HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank may be using SAP as their primary software. So the data from the TCS Fusion software should need to be provided to HDFC SAP software, so that SAP software will read the data and understand that, okay, there is an employee Piyush, his monthly salary is 3 lakh rupees, but since he was on a leave, his actual monthly salary for the month of December is, or for the month of November is only 2.5 lakh rupees because 5 days on leave. So what is the amount that is HDFC Bank is supposed to process to Piyush account? That is 2.5. Guys, to have that communication, that is to exchange the data between two or more application, we have to use integration. And one of the primary majorly best in class tool that is available, that is OIC. Under OIC there is service called ICS that we are building and learning. Okay, so guys, talking about the roles about the consultants, guys, we could be a technical consultant, we could be a functional consultant, or we could be a techno-functional consultant who's a mix and match of both techno-functional, who understand both the word, who understand and see in both the places, both the pictures, and they will act as a bridge. Like guys, it's like a translator. He act as a bridge between technical and functional, because sometimes the terminology, the vocabulary that has been used by technical consultant is not directly understood by functional consultant, or the things which are discussed or put it across or portrayed by functional consultant is not directly understood by technical consultant. So there is a specialized consultant who are a mix and match of both the things, and they can act as a bridge. Guys, there could be a administrator. You know technicality, you know functionality, but still you are working not onto the ground level to build the data extraction, but you are working as a administrator for the application, or you may working as a architect for the application. Okay, architect for the application means that, okay, the requirement is to extract the data, but which technology, which best practices, whether you have to choose a technology A or technology B, you as an architect for the organization, based on the standards, based on the protocols, based on the best practices, based on your experiences, based on the client requirement, based on the need of that particular time. You will decide and tell that, okay, being as a technical consultant, you please extract the data using technology A or using technology B. Okay, guys, talking about different sort of projects as a consultant, we might be getting placed into a product based companies, or we might be getting placed into service based companies, or we might be getting placed into the client locations or the client companies who has purchased the software. And guys, in those companies, what sort of projects are getting run, guys? Either either you can say, uh, suppose Oracle is a product based company. Product is by Oracle. Oracle Fusion is the product. Okay. There is a client company, maybe Lenskart. Okay. They have purchased, they purchase Oracle. They have purchased, and they have a service provider. Suppose ENY is the service provider. Okay. So guys, what has happened? Suppose Lenskart has purchased the software from Oracle company, Fusion product has came. But guys, the moment we purchase the software, Lenskart cannot directly go and start using this particular software. Lenskart directly cannot say that, okay, I have purchased the license to manage my manpower. Let me hire the person into my software. Guys, why it is not going to hire the person? Because you purchase the license, but you have to specify for which grade, which job, which location, what will be the salary. Okay, all these configurations are required. That is the reason, guys, what Oracle says that, okay, you purchase my software and hire and collaborate with one of the service provider like EY. Give your requirement. What are your total locations? What are your jobs? What are your grades? What are the positions? What are your rules? What are the different grades? Okay, how the promotions are happening? What are the different sort of leaves that you're offering to your employees? Like suppose, guys, Lenskart will say that, okay, I'm going to give 6 months of maternity leaves to my employee. There is another company that they are also purchasing a software. Maybe Oyo Rooms has purchased this software. Okay, they may choose maybe ENY, or they may have choose TCS as their implementation partner or service provider. So what has happened? Lenskart is also saying that, okay, I am going to give you the maternity leave to my female employees. It is also saying that, okay, I am also going to give maternity leave for my female employees. But Lenskart says that, okay, I will give the maternity leave to the female employees if they have been employed to my organization for minimum 6 months of the time. Why Oyo says that, okay, I am going to give the maternity leave to any of the female employees that from the first day of their joining, if they are expecting a child, if they get pregnant, they are authorized, they are eligible to take the leave. But I have one condition, that they should be married. Their maternity status should not be single. But here Lenskart will say that I will give only after 6 months, and it does not matter to me whether they are married or they are single mother or something. I don't care. If their status is also single, then also if they get pregnant, I will give if they completed 6 months of employment with my company. So guys, this software you have purchased, but how this software is going to be behave for different organization, that is something we need to configure. That configuration, guys, once we purchase the software and we hire EY will come in and they will come in to implement the software for you. Okay, we will come on to implement the software. Once the software has been implemented, guys, what has happened? We have go live. Lenskart has started using the software over certain period of time, guys. What has happened? The moment the Lenskart is starting the software, definitely Lenskart may be facing certain issues while performing certain sort of transactions due to certain reasons, maybe technical errors, maybe the software has not been implemented correctly, some glitches are there, or maybe some new advancement has came, or some something which Lenskart has not described at the time of implementation, and new scenario has came, and Lenskart is trying to execute that scenario and it is failing. So that is the reason, guys, there is a support project. Once we go live, support project is there, that there will be a support team, okay, that will be supporting to day-to-day transactions, day-to-day issues which has been getting operated. We are working onto that. Okay, guys, apart from that, Oracle being a software, Oracle is providing every quarter Fusion is offering free upgrades, new advancement, new techniques, new tools, new sort of concepts are coming up. Okay, so what Lenskart is saying that, okay, I'm using this software and I got to know that, okay, in October 2024, new feature has came, 20 new feature has came. Out of those 20 features, 6 features are something that are very good and useful for me and for my line of business. I want those features to be enabled and to use those particular features. So guys, Lenskart will again go back to EY and ask them that, okay, since these upgrades are come, majority of those upgrades are, guys, auto delivered. Okay, like these, as a team, as a company, as an organization, we does not need to do anything. It will be auto handled by Oracle. Okay, it is like, guys, suppose you are using WhatsApp. Currently you are using a WhatsApp 5.7. If you go to your Play Store and you see that, okay, 5.8 is also coming, it is, you can install that 5.8. The look and feel or everything is same, right? There may be some bug fixes, there may be some advancement, there may be some capability improvement. So if that is something useful, you can start utilizing. And if certain things has been come up which were not there and new feature has come up and you required anyone to configure those things, again you will go to EY to get those things configured for you. Okay, rollout projects, guys. Suppose Lenskart has purchased this software, they hired EY, they implemented this software and they are using this software for 2 years, but they are using this software only for India location. And now they are very satisfied and they want that, okay, for their international operation in UAE also, they want to hire the employee through this particular software. They want to extend their software. They want to roll out same like what they have implemented into for India. They want to roll out for Singapore. They want to roll out for UAE and they want to roll out for maybe Canada. For these 3 locations, that is called rollout projects. Okay, same way, guys, there is something called data migration projects. Like as we said that, okay, TCS has acquired Infosys. So in that case, what has happened, whatever the data which Oracle required from Infosys, that should need to be imported. So that is the data migration. Data is being getting migrated from a legacy application, from a Infosys application, and made available to Fusion application. And guys, there is a last thing is that is enhancement project. Enhancement project is something that at the time of hiring the EY, there has been certain scope has been defined that, okay, get these things implemented. We have shared you the requirement, get these things implemented in 6 months. After 6 months, Lenskart has gone live and they start using the things. But now after using this particular software for 3 months, they identified that, okay, they definitely need these 10 different more features. They need advancement, they need an enhancement to their implementation. The features which they have not described into the initial scope, they want those features to be enabled and configured, that are called enhancement projects. So guys, since no company can give all the requirement, and once they start using this particular software, then only they will come, or there may be some different new scenarios will come up while to run and manage their operations for any business. So there may be every here and there, every quarter or something, there may be small, mid-size or large sort of enhancement projects keep coming up. Support project is always running up. There may be certain rollouts keep coming up because companies and organization may be expanding and they want to have one source of data. They want a single source of data to be available. Okay, I hope that is clear to you guys. And guys, as we talking about, there has been ERP application, different companies, different tools has been offered by different companies like SAP offered SAP, Ariba, SAP HANA, SuccessFactors. Each of these companies are having different tools. Like guys, to correlate the things, it's like different sort of mobile manufacturers. Each of those mobile manufacturers has different variants. Like Apple is the company, they have iPhone 15, they have iPhone 16, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, like that. Okay, each of these tools has their own advantages, disadvantages, merits and demerits. Okay guys, we discussed that okay, these software ERP tools are something, they are meant to manage the resources. Resources could be manpower, material, and money. We discussed that okay, to manage the manpower, we have one product family, that is human capital management. And in human capital management, guys, we have a different sort of modules. Same way, to manage the material, we have something called supply chain management. To manage the money, we have a product family called financials, and it has different sort of modules called account receivables, account payables, okay, cash management, project management. And guys, under these particular manage resources, under these particular product families, under these different modules, what we are going to do, we are going to perform different sort of transactions. Who are going to do these transactions, guys? The software has been purchased and there is a one specialized consulting role, that is a end user, somebody who's taking using this particular software from front end and using this particular application to hire the employee, promote the employee, transfer the employee, adding the leaves for the employee, assigning some role or assigning some course for the employee to go through the training, taking the attendance of the employee on a day-to-day basis. Okay. And guys, as we discussed that okay, there has been regular releases happening from the Oracle side. The latest release of Fusion is R13. Okay, it is not going to be changed. It is going to be a standard version, R13. It The Fusion as a tool has started from the year 2011. It has came. The recent patch, the recent upgrade which has happened and offered by Oracle, that is 24D. Guys, every quarter Oracle is going to give you a free upgrade to your software. 24 stands for the year, 24 D stands for the fourth quarter. Every quarter a new release will be coming up and applied. We discussed that okay, once we purchase this particular software from the Oracle, we can tell and ask them that okay, we want this software to be up and running into an on-premises mode, or a cloud mode, or a hybrid mode. Each of these has their own advantages. If you want to run and do the things, everything onto your server, into your company, it may be expensive, and but you may be having more control. You can do the things at your own because software is running into your premises. Okay, if you do with the cloud, it may be less control, you did not have much control, but it will be cheap because you does not need to maintain, you does not need to look after for the maintenance, what is the security, what is the AC temperature into the server room. Okay, nothing you need to maintain. And hybrid, guys, this is a mix of both the word. Some portion you want to keep it into on premises, something you choose to keep it into cloud based on your requirement, based on your line of businesses, based on your you can say government regulatory boards and all those sort of things. Okay. Guys, now talking about we discuss about consulting roles. These are the roles. We discuss about products, different sort of projects. And guys, once you become a consultant, what are in the project? In the project, it is not something that okay, you are a and code developer or you are just a technical consultant or something. There has been different work profiles that you are working into based on your experience. If you are more skilled or experienced, you may be working as a subject matter expert. Okay, you may be working as an end user where you will be using an application to perform end-to-end transactions from the front end. You may be working as a data extraction and loading. Once we are learning different sort of tools and techniques, each of these technicals also has, guys, different sort of tools available. So we will be learning all, but you will be specialized into one or two or three tools. Okay, a companies may be creating a team of consultant, pool of consultant who has a specialization into different sort of tools, techniques. It is not something that, okay, if you're a fusion technical consultant, you get deployed into some product to implement, to support TCS. Okay, you are not the only person, and you are not the person who's only responsible to design the things, do the configuration, do the data extraction, do the data loading. Okay, then guys, you being the subject matter expert, you know the project, you know, you have an experience to implement the things, so you can work as a module lead, you can work as a product manager or a project manager, how the project will be implemented, program manager. You may be the business analyst, that you will be analyzing the business problems, transform that, discuss with the project management, discuss with the SME, discuss with the architect, and come up with the solution, finalize the solution, and then go back to the technical consultant to get those things implemented as a data extraction or data loading or the integration purpose. Okay, guys, as part of this particular training, our focus will be, as we said, that okay, techno functional, we are completely into technicality, but as part of this technicality as well, as you see that okay, we are learning into these things. All these things are, guys, from front end only. Okay, everything is from front end. All these utilities are not direct technical things, but these are different small utilities. These are front end things, these are the functional things. Guys, half of the things about this defining and creating a custom workflow is a technical thing, but to check the transaction, terminate the transaction, reassign the transactions. Okay, there has been lot of work that is a functional person used to do. So that we will be learning as part of this particular training. Guys, we will be learning about this particular thing. This is complete functional, or you can say administrative thing. How to create the user, assign the role, remove the role. Okay, create a custom role, setting the password for the user, log the account, unlog the account. Okay, all these things are the functional things. And guys, we will be learning front end application. We will be doing some transactionals, like how to hire an employee, how to edit the phone number, add a phone number, add a language preferences, add a dependent. Guys, all these things are the functional things that we are going to learn. So what we can claim, over a period of time, definitely every technical consultant, while they work, they will slowly and steadily will become a techno functional. That techno functional may be 70-30 or 30-70 or a 90-10. What we claim after completing this course, although you will be more, but what I claim, that you could be a 90-10, 90% technical, 10% functional. Okay, clear, guys? And that is what I have for today. This is the complete uh, explanation and overview about this particular course that we are having. Okay, and that is what we are going to cover. We will be hand holding you. Apart from this, guys, as we were discussing, what we are going to have into our course material, how we are going to deliver the things, guys, we will be providing you this particular fusion access. Fusion access will be provided in the initial next tomorrow class. Guys, we will be discussing how to access the Fusion application. What are these global buttons? What are these different tiles? How to access these particular tiles? How to go into different sort of screens? All these screens, their architecture, their screen access is something similar, that once you access and start using one screen, if you learn how to search for the person, you should be able to search for the supplier also. How to access the backend application where we are going to build any sort of reports or writing our queries and all. Okay, let me show that also. Just a second. Meanwhile, this will be opening, guys. Let me show you that uh, as part of this particular training, guys, from the day that you have got yourself enrolled, you will be getting all this material for all the techniques that we are going to learn, whatever the handwritten notes, any sort of useful document, any Oracle provided reference guides, okay, and self-made samples, okay, table nomenclature, list of details, and everything whatever is required for your easy reference to revise and all those sort of things. You will be referring and using these sort of PPTs, these sort of PPTs that we have prepared for you guys. For each of those techniques, these sort of detailed PPTs that we have prepared, that will help you navigate and understand the core concept, technical concept, theoretical concept, okay, how to access and build the things, navigation things, theoretical concepts, everything has been well documented, that will be provided to you guys for each of the training material. Okay, apart from that, guys, other than that, what we will be offering, although I am not a strong believer of this, but yes, definitely what I have witnessed, that majority of the participants from our training, they look out for that, okay, what are the interview questions. Although the methodology that I am following, I will be explaining the things from the question perspective and a real-time perspective, and the practical demonstration and assignments that we are going to give, that are more than enough. Okay, if you do those things, all the questions will come from that only. But yes, if specifically you require, we have extensive list of questions, okay, that we will be providing you guys for each of the techniques and tools that we are going to learn. Okay, lecture notes, guys, definitely we will be discussing and explaining the things real time. When I'm explaining the things, we will be using these particular things, and these will be provided, guys, as we discussed that, okay, there could be different sort of modules. Each modules have uh, different sort of transactions that we will be discussing. Then we discuss, okay, data extraction is the main work as a technical consultant that we will be focusing upon. To do the data extraction, there has been different tools available. One of the tool is BIP, and as this particular tool is Fusion Technical, in more than 40 tools that we are going to learn, BIP is the only tool in that one portion is that requires one coding. That coding is to do the coding through SQL. Other than that, almost 40 different tools that we are going to learn. Okay, almost this 142 lines, nowhere we are using any technicality, no coding. Only for BIP we are using SQL to write the SQL queries. Okay, then guys, OTBI is one of the thing we discussed, that okay, as a Fusion Technical, we will be majorly working into extract the data. Guys, there has been multiple tools available. Few tools are common in nature. Once you learn those tools, you can use those particular concept to extract the data for financial data, for supply chain data, for human capital management data. And there are certain tools which are very specific. Guys, wherever the tools which are starting with the keyword word HCM, these are the tools which are only for human capital management. We are learning specific tools, we are learning global tools also. In guys, BIP, once we start learning with BIP, what is BIP, different components, sub-components, different ways that we are going through to build the data set, defining different sort of templates, okay, all those things we will be discussing and covering. And just to conclude with, guys, as part of this particular training, as we claim that, okay, this is a complete hands-on training, okay, guys, almost 200 plus different business real-time scenarios and concept, and each of those scenarios into the you can say very basic thing. We are not clubbing two scenarios in one sample. Okay, you see, if we discuss about creating a single SQL data set, okay, multiple SQL data set, multiple SQL data set with grouping, CSV set, XML set, like this, guys, hundreds of different reports, hundreds of integration, hundred of HCM extract has been provided for your references, that you can refer and utilize as during the part of the training as well as after the training for your support, for your references into your learning. Okay, guys, talking about the parameters, if we talk about to how to pass the parameters, See, so many samples we have declared. Talking about the different sort of templates that we are going to bring and build into the BIP reports. All those possible templates which are available, we are discussing and keeping those for your references. Okay. Like this same way, guys, if we talk about in the same way for the OIC also, we have more than 50-60 different sort of integrations are available. Guys, for OIC, we will be understanding what are different versions of OIC, description, components of OIC. If we are learning any technology that may be having certain components, we will be providing you complete access for OIC instance. We will be discussing and correlating to start with Hello World through a OIC integration, then Hello World with the sort of parameters, functions, all these things we will be discussing. Okay. I will be taking up your queries. Just allow me 5 minutes, and then I will be taking up the queries. Okay. Apart from that, guys, what I would like to highlight that in Fusion Technical, these are the things that we will be discussing. There has been specific things that we are not covering. If you have any doubts or something, please refer. Other than the course material that we have planned for, we are not covering these. These are the areas. Okay. And guys, just for reference that as we said that, okay, we are assisting and we have been collaborating with multiple multinational companies. They are directly reaching us to us. Okay. We are referring our trained students and they are getting hired. We have n number of participants and the feedbacks from the and hiring proof from the recent batches that we have placed across for your references. There has been 5+ rating feedbacks. Okay, almost 4.9. Recently it has become 5 also, and we have almost near to 5 feedbacks that has been provided by uh, trained participants who are being joining and associating with us. Okay, in last month, these are the people, these are the success stories that these are the trained professionals who has undergone the training in last 3 months. Last month itself, they have got trained or they get promoted into their current roles. Okay, these are the major companies that has recently been hired for. Apart from that, guys, as we said that we regularly posting our job raffles. Once you guys get enrolled, automatically one group has been created. All those assignments, all the direct connection that is supposed to be established between trainer and students, that will be through that particular WhatsApp group as well. Okay. And talking about, guys, if you ever thought that, okay, that you want to take a luxury of software industry, you want to switch to the IT background, okay, this is the course, guys. This does not require any technicality, does not require any technical degree. Okay, because it's a consulting atmosphere, it's a consulting world that you are joining into. You are supposed to take the real world problems and you have to provide the solution for this. Okay, talking about, guys, lifetime access will be provided, access to the public cloud will be provided. It's 100% hands-on practical training, guys. Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Almost 2 months is the course. 50 hours plus course is there. And guys, the last and very important thing is, I want that admin has already shared you the form. Please fill in that form. Okay. And in this particular form, guys, based on your inputs, our admin will reach back to you. And there's a early bird offer is also going on, guys, today. Okay, if you get yourself enrolled today, you will be getting 2 additional months of subscription for the servers. Okay, and there will be a discount of 2000 will be a discounted offer for you guys. Okay, now, guys, over to you. If you have any questions, queries, doubts, please let me know. I am
Hi, please, Gautam here. I'm audible.
Yeah, Gautam, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I have a 10 plus year experience in Oracle SQL, PL and Unix shell scripting. So this course is like good fit for me.
Piyush, are you able to unmute yourself?
Hello, is it audible now?
Yeah, it's audible now, please.
Okay.
Gautam, could you please repeat your question?
Definitely, Gautam, whatever the experience that you have, okay, since this particular training and the course does not have any prerequisites, but if you have any background technicality and all, that will definitely help you to build and understand the concept, and that will certainly help you to present yourself as a better technical consultant.
Okay, okay.
Hi,
Thank you.
this is Jagan. I have a couple of questions.
Yes, Jagan.
One question: We are you actually, yeah, my company. We are moving from Microsoft Dynamics to Oracle. We are in the process, but we are not going to use HCM at this time. We are using the financials. We are implementing. But your main focus, what I understood, is you are mainly focusing on HCM. But I am looking for some financial tables and financial information. That is one thing. Since you told you are covering techno functionality, the functionality should cover, financials too. Are you going to cover that? The second thing is while you are taking the class, we could not. You are muting all the your trainers. So after the completion of training, should we ask the questions or in between? Can we how the training goes? For example, when you are teaching something, instantly I may get some confusion or some doubt. Are you allowing to ask the questions instantly or after the training?
Fine,
This is the
fine,
case.
Jagan, as a best practice, so that the decorum will be followed and everything will be explained into a flow. We generally mute, but if you have any doubts,
Okay.
you can raise your hand, and I will allow you to unmute and take your queries. Okay. Talking to your first questions, please, guys, please note that this is a fusion technical training. We are not working onto the fusion functional concept. Whatever the functionalities that you are going to learn, that functionality is also a sort of tools that will be help you to build your technicalities, to work onto the technical concept, to work onto building the reports and all. Okay. Second thing is this is a complete fusion technical. It does not have any specific focus or a preferences or a specialization into HCM or financial or supply chain. The tools that we are going to learn, you might be getting aligned that okay, it is more of a HCM to training. The reason is that Fusion Financial and Supplier is only offering 3 to 4 tools. That is BIP to extract the data, OTBI to extract the data. Other than that, it has FBDI to bulk load the data and ADFDI to bulk load the data. Okay. Other than that, guys, there has been n number of different tools available like HCM extract, fast formulas, HDL, HSDL. Okay, and there has been other tools also which are more specific to the HCM related thing. Okay, but there are certain common tools which are global tools. Okay, that every tool we are going to cover, and while we are working into the things that, as I said, that okay, we will be learning functionality to 5 to 10%. Like suppose you are extracting the data, you are creating an invoice related report, then if you are extracting the data, you should not need to go and rely on to functional consultant, but you should be able to know where to go, navigate and search the invoice, how to search the invoice, how to edit the invoice, how to see whether the data which is there visible into the front end is being extracted into your backend tables and into your report and all those sort of things. Okay, and the examples and the samples that we have prepared, that also you might have seen that the reports that I am targeting here. Just a second. See, we are focusing on to learning the tools and the techniques. Okay, it is not something you should be learning how to create a data set. Data set should be based on table. Then whether this table is of a HR table or a finance table or a supply chain table, once you learn how to identify the table, how to write the query, how to create a data set, that is what we are focusing upon. But we have all the samples and data is available for different sort of modules also. Okay.
Yeah, final question, Piyush. Are we going to get the access for the financials too in this case?
Access to the,
Financials to
I
train
didn't,
ourselves. For example, are we going to get the access to navigate the financial menus or financial windows too?
this is a complete software available. Every transaction,
Oh, okay.
you will be having a
Okay.
complete access. Okay.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Hi, Piyush.
Yes.
Yeah. In this course, you mentioned JSON and XML are the fundamentals, right? But we don't know about it. Can we learn through it, or it is a prerequisite?
Fundamentals or prerequisites or basic is not something that you should be knowing. We will be telling you. We will be teaching you. Everything will be covered.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And it is 7 to 8 morning batches, or in any evening batches also there for this course?
Morning batch only we have planned.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Little bit flexibility we may adjust. Okay. We may start with 15 minutes early or something. That we will see once we get into the batch or something. Okay. But it's a
Yeah. Okay.
morning
Thank.
batch.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, hi Piyush.
Yes.
My name is Sampath.
Yes, Sampath.
Yeah, actually, I'm from a different background. Yeah, you said that there is no specific requirements for this course. But my question is present. I'm working in different. I am working in different work, so not the related to IT or this one. So how could I manage this experience? What I past I gained in. My designation is different, not a consultant. I'm working in operations in Big Four company also. How
Yeah,
could I manage?
Sampath. Yeah, Sampath. So anything related to your experience, like how you can manipulate your experience or how you can showcase everything. So those sort of personal questions, like we can connect offline and we can discuss. So you can reach out to us on 8179563510. So there we can discuss and evaluate your personal profile and we can tell you like how you can do that.
Apart from that, Sampath and anybody who's like having a similar sort of things, guys, if you're a operational person, if you have spent 5 years to 10 years into operations, you know how the organizations are working, how the business is getting operating, how you are currently dealing with the technical teams to get certain things sorted out. You certainly require certain data. You certainly require to generate the letters. You want the data to be loaded. So now, if you know the core of operational side, now you understand the technical side also, you know the tools also, you can be able to load the things. So slowly and steadily you have to transform and try to articulate your experience that okay, you're dealing with the technical consultant, you're dealing as a business analyst. Guys, learning the technicality does not mean that okay, you have to be hardcore technical persons responsible to extract and build the reports or to load the data. You could be an architect, you could be a business consultant, you could be a business analyst, you could be a tester, you could be a support engineer. That slowly and steadily you will say that okay, I have been initially as a business user, then I have been a business analyst, then I have moved into the technical role to support the projects. Last 2 year 1 year I am into the support projects, and whatever the practical scenarios that we will be discussing, assignments that we are providing, you have to talk on to those things only, that these things only I did. That's how you can pursue into your career progressions. Okay. Fine, guys. Any other questions, queries, guys?
Hey, hi Piyush.
Yes, Shekhar.
I am having goodness of experience, which belongs to multiple technologies like OBA, Power BI, Informatica, and currently working on a BA publisher and OTBA reports. So currently I'm looking for OIC training. So just I want to know one more thing.
So
Like you are mentioned that Oracle cloud, like private cloud and public cloud mentioned, right? It's like similar to that Azure cloud, GCP cloud, and AWS cloud. Is the similar to the Oracle cloud only?
yes, guys, like Google has its own cloud, IBM has its own cloud. Azure has one cloud, okay, that is from Microsoft. Similar way, Oracle is also having the one cloud. All this particular software, this particular Fusion as a cloud software is being somewhere hosted into Oracle cloud only. OIC is also one of the software that will help you to build the integration. This OIC is also being hosted somewhere into one cloud. That cloud is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the cloud. We are not learning the cloud, we are learning one of the software offered by a cloud. Two software, one is Oracle Fusion and Oracle Integration Cloud to build the integrations.
Well, so the purpose of this OIC is to transform the data from one location to another location. Am I right?
It is not just to transport the data, it is a real-time integration. Suppose as an organization you are using Oracle Fusion as one of the software, okay, to hire the employee, okay, and you are using maybe some software X to run and manage the payroll of the employee. So once the person has been hired, this information should need to be sent to the payroll software. This information, suppose today the employee has taken 5 leaves and his salary is 1 lakh rupees, so the prorated value that is supposed to be paid, that has to be passed to the software B, that is supposed to, you have to pass on this information, right? What is the total number of leaves? So it's a integration, communication of the data, exchange of data between not one application but multiple application. Guys, once the bigger organization is there, although the complete Oracle Fusion suite is good and capable to run and manage the entire operation, but still the organization is not relying only onto the one suite or one application. They have a ecosystem of the softwares, different application, and they majorly require the exchange of data between these applications. Okay, that is the reason we require the integration platform, a middleware platform where we can extract the data, transform the data, and load the data, that we used to call as ETL. Okay.
Okay, got you. So you mentioned that application transformations, right? You mean to say that application transformation from HCM to financial, or from HCM to supply chain, or supply chain to HCM, HCM to financial, like that? Only it will process the data. Is it possible, or in real time world, how it
No, how's it is not possible. Reason being, suppose financial contains that you, okay. Suppose supply chain is the thing. In supply chain, you have certain suppliers through which you have purchased some raw material, you process that goods, you have the finished goods, and now from the supply chain, you make those goods requirement available to your procurement team, and your procurement team has sold those products. Once they sold those products, they receive some money. Once they receive that money has to be input and inserted and accounted into your ledgers, into account receivables. Same way, once you receive the money, you have to make the payment to your suppliers because you have purchased some raw material. So whatever the payment that you are going to make to your suppliers, that you have to record into account payables into financial module. And all these transactions, who has procured, who has made the supply, who has made the product, who has made the sales, someone has to be accountable for each of these actions, right? Who's accountable? Some employee. Where the employee data is being maintained? Employee data is being maintained into HCM system. Okay, so you tell me that how the exchange or integration is required. Suppose financial module is supposed to capture the data of the amounts that is supposed to be credited and amounts supposed to be debited against certain sort of invoices that are there into the procurement module. Okay, this data should need to rely and store into financial. How you can bring this data into HCM? HCM does not have space to hold these sort of data, right? That is the reason there is a separate modules created. Understood?
Yeah, yes. But even in the financial modules, we do see, actually you mentioned, right? So some approvals required, right? For processing, you mentioned like 50,000 salary means for hiring the employee of the 50,000, lower manager is required.
That is not into the financial thing. That is into the HCM. In HCM, there is a payroll thing. Payroll will calculate what is the payroll. Then payroll will process the payroll and make the payment. Once the payment is done, then this data definitely that, okay, I have a company, I have 10 employees, each employee is supposed to be paid 1 lakh rupees. I have made those transactions. Then once this for the month of November, then these 12 lakh rupees should need to move from my HR system to financial system, because in financial system there is one module called general ledger. It's like a ledger book. There one entry should need to be made, right? that okay, 12 lakh rupees to be paid or has been paid for the salary, for the purpose of salary for the month of November. One entry for credit and one entry for debit, from which the my company, TCS company, has one account. In that account, 12 lakh rupees has been debited to make the payment to 12 lakh rupees to 12 different employees. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Gokul, tell me.
Yeah, Piyush. So I have two questions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Initially, I think I contacted this program back in October, I think. And when that time the learning material was provided, there they also mentioned about the Visual Builder cloud service, which will also be covered like that. It was there in that material. So now you're saying like Visual Builder cloud service will not be covered. It's an out of scope topic.
Yes, VBCS is not included. Earlier, just one line was included into that, that VBCS is also one of the service. Like once we learn the OIC majorly have three types of services. Okay,
Mhm.
we are majorly focusing on to the integrations. Okay, if someone is saying that okay, we have an opening for OIC means that they are looking 95% they are looking for. OIC means ICS, integration cloud service, to integrate the application. If someone is looking for specifically for VBCS or PCS, that is a separate domain and that is requiring a separate subject area. That itself is almost 40 hours of a separate training. That is the reason we are not including VBCS here.
Okay, got it. And my second question is like I'm from my current domain and experience is Azure integration services. So I use Azure Logic Apps and Azure API. I'm so been in the Azure space for the past 5 years. So I'm trying to move into Oracle, especially in the consulting role. That's why I've chosen this Fusion Technical, which covers the OIC and the Fusion Technical part. So my profile, how does it translate once I finish this training? What about the
So,
placements?
so Gokul, how much experience total you have?
I have about 7 years of experience totally, and
Okay.
into that,
So,
5 years is Azure.
okay. So now as you know that everything is moving towards the cloud, everything into the cloud. Okay, so since your experience is already into cloud, you must be well adversed and familiar with the APIs, web services, payload, input payload, output payload, using SOAP UI. All these things you are familiar with, right? Mostly.
Yes.
So definitely that will going to help you, an added advantage, the way that you are going to conduct yourself, that the way you are presenting yourself, you are participating into a discussions. Okay, all this going to add an added advantage to your profile. Okay, rest everything we are going to cover everything from scratch, from the basic of the integration to the complex real-time scenarios to build the integration. Guys, as you are learning any of the programming language, and this is not just for Gokul, for everybody, what we are going to learn, we will be learning how to write an hello world program, then hello world with my name printed. If you are running, your name will be printed. That's how we will understand how to pass on the parameters. Then we will be learning to create a program like creating adding of two number, right? Int a, int b, and c equals to a plus b. Then once we do this, what we understood, declaring a variables, using a operators, writing a print messages, right? This way we are learning any technology, any sort of programming language. Agreed? Same way, guys. Then after that, we will be learning if then else, we will be learning for loop, while loop, transactions, try catch. We will be learning how to write the data into file system, how to read the data from file system. We will be learning how to play around with database management, writing the data into table, deleting the table, all those sort of things. Same way, guys, we are learning OIC from the basic till the extreme real-time scenarios of the integration that are supposed to be built. All the concept of the programming will same, only the thing is there is no programming involved. It is just drag and drop sort of functionality, wizard based of functionality, or questionnaires will come based on that what you answer or choose from. Automatically in backend the integration, maybe some code has been written by Oracle, but from front end we are just using drag and drop sort of functionality. Okay.
Okay, so I just wanted to know about the like market. Like I know like how the tool works basically. I'm just going to learn about it in this class. But I wanted to know like this transition has it been done before, like coming from another integration platform or another APIM platform that they were able to move smoothly into Oracle. That's what I wanted to know.
Lot of people has done. We have the batchmates who has been into different domain, non-IT domain, and there has been participants who are like having 3 years to 4 years of break in their career, and they just go through with these particular trainings, undergo the concept, undergo the hands-on experience, taken up our sample resumes, attend the mock interviews, get the guidance, and they will be able to present themselves as a fusion technical having 2 to 3 years of experience. Guess once you are undergoing a training of 2 months and you already having an experience of 5 plus years, 10 years, definitely you have been up to that professional expertise that you know that what are the things that you have done in past and what are the things that you are learning, how you want to correlate, what are the things that are matching, which are not matching. And what I personally suggest that after showcasing your 2 years, 3 years of experience, you should not need to claim that, okay, I am into hardcore end-to-end implementation roles or something. Okay, you start that, okay, I am into 5 years into Azure, but recently last 1 year only I am into into the 2 years into the Fusion. In that initially I was like taking up the requirement. I initially starting testing the integrations. Then I have built the competency to support and making the changes whenever the changes are supposed to be done into the support projects. Then slowly and steadily I have been into the some small sort of rollout project where I have built two recently end-to-end implementation. Now I have implemented one implementation project that is a rollout project or a data migration project. Like that, you have to show your transition. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Piyush, and thank you so much, team, for taking your time to attend the demo. So, as Piyush mentioned, please get yourself enrolled today to get the early bird offer. And from tomorrow onwards, only for the enrolled participants, we'll be sharing a new meeting link. So, thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.